Hello and welcome to everyone. You played personality development classes. In this lecture today, I'm going to explain you a few very important things that is actually very important for the leadership. In so many seminars that I offers in various organizations, most of the time one questions come to me that how we keep ourselves all time motivated, because whatever we are going to achieve in our life or whatever we had achieved is all about something we are motivated. If we are not motivated, then the things is this: we remain silent that whatever we have is sufficient for us. Only the motivation, being a rich motivation behind being healthy, make us uh, more energetic, more active, and more dynamic. So, what is exactly motivation and how we keep ourselves motivation? One day, when I was taking lecture in an organization, it is actually the university. Then a teacher come to me and said that I took your last session in um, so and so organization where you give us the theory of motivation, and I really follow that theory. I keep myself motivated for 3 to 4 days, and after that my motivation intensity gone down. And after 1 week I was thinking that there is no need to be so hurry worry and so energetic, dynamic, active, and so we can live our life very cool and calm without any kind of the external force for to motivate us. So the purpose of that lady was only saying that gradually the motivation I given to her was disappeared within a week. And really I have two answer of this question. One was that is very easy for everyone, that ma'am, only you are saying this, everyone is getting benefits, so how can you say this? This is the one answer, and I think this is very casual answer. But actually I heard her question and requested her to present in this seminar, and I given her a pass to uh, participate in my this class without any payment. And I really started with the statement of that lady. What I started, I says, how many of you are bathing once in a week? How many of you are bathing once in a week? Raise your hands. And really, no one raised their hand. This is the one answer. Second, I ask why you do so. So I got answer from the audience that to live fresh entire day, we have to bath early in the morning, so that entire day we live fresh and energetic. From here I started. The motivation is just like a bathing. If you think that I got motivated on Sunday, this doesn't mean the potential and the intensity of that motivation remain the same by the end of month. So to keep yourself motivated, you have to take motivational tablets every day. You have to write down somewhere why I want to achieve this, and place a big question mark. Because until unless if you are not motivated enough, then I'm sure you will not achieve the things that actually achievable for you. So that question is actually the base of leadership. If as a leader you are not self-driven and self-motivated, then how will you motivate your team members? How will you lead a team? And how will you achieve the goal with the help of your team? So I realize that motivation is one of the biggest factor. Motivation click us somewhere that what is the motive? What is the motive behind? So that motive should convert into motivation. So here, if you want to become very good leader, you learn from the leader. That is the separate thing. But you must be motivated for your goal, your ambition, your target. Otherwise, gradually the potential of motivation gone down, and as a leader, you cannot be success. Here I have very few definition about the motivation that I collected from various sources. But actually, what is the motivation? Every person has different thing to motivate themselves. A few person inspire with the great personalities. Some of them motivated from their own house, their brother, mother, their father. Some of them see struggle in their life and decided no more struggle. So I will achieve this goal. So the warning factor of every person that can motivate them is really, really, really very different. So here I cannot say that only these four fruits are the backbone of the motivation, or not say that only these four factors are the essential of the motivation. Motivation can be anything. In India, the person failed in 12th class and his girlfriend is sad that if you become IPS officer, then only I can marry you. The person who failed in 12th and his girlfriend said, if you become IPS officer, then only I can marry. So here that commitment become the motivation. And really within the time the person become the officer. So that's different kind of the motivation. One another story is the person loved to run. He was very good in running. One day, what he sees that so many students are running without shoes. And really, the person has only money so that he can buy shoes for them only. But what he think, if I won a race where I get some good money, then I can provide shoes to everyone. And he start practicing, and timely one marathon race was organized in his city, and he participated and won the game and get the prize money around 10 to 15,000 rupees. In this money, that person provide the shoes to everyone. But since the person seen those students, and when he got the prize money is the time span, it is around 6 months. In during this 6 months, what things keep them motivated? Only to bring the shoes for all people, bring the shoes for all people. So this is actually the different kind of the motivation. motivational tablet. So here my suggestion is this. Every day you write down somewhere your ambition and place a question mark. Why? Why? Then keep a arrow. How and when. These three things keep you always motivated. Because if you are not decided your goal and you think that you are running and running and running, then definitely not a good thing. But if you decided the goal, you want to achieve it, so first decide why you want to achieve this. What is the purpose you want to solve with this particular goal? How? How you want to achieve this? By hook, crook, good way, wrong way, right way, you write down. Also write down the timeline. Because without timeline, any goal is like a dream. I wish I were a king. But to become a king, you have to some kingship inside your mind, your body, your soul. So now let me explain you and suggest that what is the meaning of motivation. Motivation is a process. Motivation is the process that initiates. It initiates also because whenever you see something in your life, it clicked in your mind and start initiating that what you should achieve so that you can change this entire thing. In India, there is a big businessman. One day, he was walking on the street and seeing there is a very long queue outside the PCO. Very long queue. And this is the era of 90s, I think. That day, that businessman decided that what if every person have their own mobile? And amazingly, that time, the cost of mobile phone is very high. No one can afford it. And if you get anywhere, then its call rate were very high. But what the things motivated? The things motivated long queue. It initiate. And then this long queue guided that how you can remove this queue. Maybe there is lots of money investment, definitely. But that start guiding that how is it possible? The person, the business owner bring a meeting of board of directors and ask that how we can eliminate the queues for just calling. Lots of their shareholders were thinking about the benefit, profit, and so and so. But only that particular person was motivated to give mobile phone to everyone. And he was motivated from the long queue before the PCO. Lots of ideas come, lots of suggestions come, lots of branding, lots of things come to him. And he said, no, no, no. Once his one manager come with a plan, that's the minimal rate of that time. Minimal rate of that time. And no cost on call. You enjoy entire month. This is the positive part of this story. Negative part is this. Criticize or critics start saying that this person develop a habit to carry your mobile phone. This is the negative part. So I am not going that, but I am saying that which things motivate you and guided you. Maintains goal oriented behavior. And within a 2 or 3 years, they launch a very big group, very big product in the market so that everyone can get their own mobile. And with the own mobile, they can talk to anyone. Entire country you can talk without any recharge. That is small things motivate. Someone is motivated with some sickness. Um, I always take an example of India's biggest industrialist. There is very difference between the industrialist and business person. Tata. In 1923 or 27, the wife of Mr. Tata was expired due to cancer. And you know, that time in this country, there is no such facility to give good treatment of the cancer. So the death of his wife motivated that this country should have a cancer hospital, a big cancer hospital with minimum cost. So motivations can come from anywhere, but we have the capacity to groom this motivation, because motivation has come just like a air wind. It's come and pass. It comes and pass. But if you are not able to catch it, go. If you neglect it, it go. If you realize that, oh, leave it, then it go. Motivation comes very fast and go very fast. So when you get some motivational ideas, some motivational thoughts, some motivational suggestion, some motivational situation, just catch it. And if you become the success, then only you can achieve the goal. Now, the first one is actually the external, that I explain you that motivation is the process that initiate, guide, and maintain. Second one is the internal process. Mean what kind of the changes you feel inside your mind, body, and soul so that you can get motivated. Yes, motivation involves the biological. Your entire blood can be either boiled or so cold. Emotional. You can be emotional. You can be passionate. Social and cognitive force that activate behavior, and suddenly everything changed. In my town, small town, there was an electrician, and he was very rude actually. If I asked them to change the bulb, he said, this much of amount. Oh, it's so costly. I'm not interested to do, can go. He replied very rudely. But one day what happened, he got sick. He got sick. And people were seeing him and ignoring him just because of his behavior. And suddenly one person came to him and bring him hospital, and he take treatments. Doctor advised to take the rest of 2 to 4 days. And during this time, he start thinking that so many people comes and go to see me, where I made so many electrical works. But why they not sympathize with me? Why they are not thinking that I need their help? He actually think a lot about that. Why? Because before that time he was thinking I'm giving servicing and I'm getting pay. Then what is the need of emotional bonding? Why I say hi sir, hello sir, why I reduce the price, why I speak humbly. That day he realized I met with the people with professionally. None of them I met emotionally. So people are not joined. And the person who bring me in hospital is actually not know about my behavior, that how behave I with the people. So this is one of the biggest thing that changed their mind. And he started thinking. When he got relief and discharged from the hospital, his entire behavior is changed. Because he was the one person, one electrician in the entire town. So people have no option. So they start coming, but this time his behavior is totally changed. He never is stuck on the money. Anytime people calling him and he reach and fix the issues. Yes, definitely. Might be you are thinking that so many people start criticizing them also. Yes, but mentally he was ready. Because when you change your behavior, there are the so many kinds of the people, majorly two kind of the people. One, welcome your that changes. Second, criticize your changes. So don't care about these. If you are thinking that now this changes is for the good purpose, then stay in that and go ahead. So motivation can be comes from anywhere. But the thing is that you catch it. And I'm saying that motivation is just like a bathing. It should be click every day in your mind. Let me uh, let me explain you one more story that I actually um, always share with the audience. Might we you hear the name of Mr. Bruce Lee? Mr. Bruce Lee. He was very good karate champion in his country. So when he was of 18 years, he written a letter for self that by this year I will be here, by this year I will be here, by this year I will be here. And he written down and sent it to post office with the same self address. And after 2 or 3 days, he received that letter. This is called self communication. What I want to be, I speak to myself. He take this letter, read 2, 3 times, and always keep that letter in his pocket. As per my knowledge, the target he set for the next 10 years, he achieved within 4 years. Because that letter every time clicks in his mind. I have to achieve, I have to achieve, I have to achieve. So motivation is just like a bathing. Every day you have to wear it. Every day you have to take it. Every day you have to enjoy it also. Enjoy because if you are not enjoying, it become the prisoner for you. But if you enjoying, then you will achieve it timely. Now, third definition I hear written just to explain my views about the motivation. Motivation doesn't just refer to the factors that activate behaviors. it doesn't factor that activate the behavior. It also involves the factor that direct and maintain these goal directed action. Let me conclude it. Motivation doesn't mean that Mr. A is motivated by the things, then we also get motivation from the same things. No, both motivational factor can be different. Let me explain it one more story. In a town, there is a person with two children and wife. He came every day with drunk and start beating his wife. After 10 or 12 years, he will die. There were only two brothers. One start drinking and beating his wife. Second, never drinking and lived happy with his wife. So people ask him, from where you get motivation to live like this? Both's answer was same, from my father. One learned that drinking and beating wife is the daily routine. Second learn, if I drink, then I will be beat my wife. So I will not drink, then I will not beat my wife. So motivation can be the same with the different aspects, and same aspect can motivate you differently. The same thing can give different teachings, and different teachings can come from come to same thing, same person. So motivation is not always outside. It's inside your mind, inside your body, inside your soul. Suppose you start running very fast and you think you become tired, and suddenly you realize, what if one dog start chasing you? How will you survive yourself? This can also be motivation to run fast. Yes. So motivation can comes from anywhere. But the fact is this, how easily you can catch it. Now, let me show how motivation is work. So motivation is really very important in our life. But for motivation, you you no need to depend on others, that they comes and motivate you. You think what things can motivate you. This is called self motivation. And once you become the self motivated, then you can achieve anything. Your motivational nature can be the inspiration of other people get motivated from you. This is the real things of the leaders. So let me summarize what is the motivation. Motivation is nothing from the outside. It's maybe the outside circumstances, but it always impact you inside. You emotionally, passionately, socially, any kind of the changes you feel inside your mind, your brain. So if you want to stay motivated, then write down the target. Keep a very big question mark there. Why, how, when. These three words can keep you motivated all time. I'm not saying that you uh, read books for the motivation. No need to that. You find out motivational factor from the society. You can find out motivational factor from the people. You can find the motivational factor from the sky, water, earth, air, wind, from anywhere you can find. But my friend, condition is only that you have to catch it. If you are unable to catch it, then no one can motivate. Two things always remember. One, be self motivated. Second, keep renewing your motivational factor every day. So once again, myself Amrish Kumar from Uplatz Personality Development Classes. If you have any kind of the query, you can ask us by contacting on this email ID and numbers. Have a great day. Thank you.